Hello everyone, my name is Hector Mendoza. I've had a lot of requests on drawing different kinds of roofs, and so I found a roof that combines a lot of the questions people are having. So first of all, here's my email address. That's me right there. Uh, if you copy and paste this link, you can find 72 videos that I have on Xactimate Ability. So I'm going to show you some tricks on using Google Maps, Google Earth, and it's going to be like different pitches, hips, gables, fan roof, uh, half hips, different heights, draw fans, and a shed all at one time. So I'm going to select this address right here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to Google Maps. You just type Google here. I'll do that real quick for you. You just go to Google Maps, okay? And so you go to Google Maps. The first thing that's going to come is going to look like this. So in your search engine, enter the address and hit search. So this is what it's going to look like when that's the address. But the one I really want is the one next to this. What you want to do is click on this on the bottom left-hand corner, the satellite, and then you'll be able to see the picture of it. Okay, the first thing you want to do is establish a length from point A to point B. You're the one that's going to select that point. Okay, so I'm going to right click, select measurement distance. I'm going to left click on the second point that I want. Okay, and then here it is right there. It's that 57.55. Okay, let me write that down. Okay, so that's the length from here to here. I'm going to right click and clear my measurements. Okay, but I just don't want the roof. I want the fence and this shed. When you're out there, and especially when you're doing large losses, you want to go ahead and draw everything because it only takes seconds to draw this stuff. It's going to take me a while because I'm teaching y'all, but anyway, so I'm going to hit I was going to hit some commands, but I might not learn the commands. So let's click on the snippet tool. You're going to click new. You're going to select the area that you want. Okay, then you're going to go to file, save as, and I'm just going to type the address. So it's 6395 Kill Drive. Okay, you can name it anything you want. I'm going to save, close out of here. For right now, I'm just going to collapse this stuff. So I'm going to go into Xactimate. Okay, so that's going to take it a second because I got a bunch of files in Xactimate. But sorry, I'm going to go through this real fast because I tried to make this videos real small. Otherwise, it takes a lot of megabytes, and then it'll take a long time to upload this stuff. I should have had Xactimate open already. There it goes. Normally, Xactimate doesn't take this long. It's when I'm recording that Xactimate slows down on me. Okay, so I already created a generic claim, so I'm going to pick the first one. Okay, so what you're going to do, so more than likely your canvas is going to look like this. like this. Okay, so I'm gonna make it my canvas large. Anyway, so we're gonna go to options, import underlayment, select the file, hit open. I'm gonna enlarge it. I'm gonna click here. I'm just gonna left click and then left click again. I'm gonna type in those measurements, which was 57.55. I'm going to hit OK, and then right in here I'm going to hit OK. Now that brings it into Xactimate. Now the only thing is that it's crooked, because that's how it came in from Google, right? So if I hit my S key, I'm going to see how crooked it is. So you see right here, you see if you look at this right here and look at this right here, it's crooked. So I'm going to escape from the snap line. I'm going to select the image. I'm going to go to tools. I'm going to rotate. There's this little tool called ortho rotate. If I left click and drag, line up what I want it to line up, and I release my mouse, left click again, I don't know if you noticed, but it rotated it. So now I'm going to hit my S, which is my snap line, and now you see that everything looks straight. Okay, so those are some little cool tricks. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and draw this roof. So I'm going to try to draw it pretty fast for y'all. So, so the first thing I want to do is look at study my my roof. So I see different pitches, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a file with a bunch of different pitches. So watch what I'm going to do. So first, I'm going to select my tool, roof tool, and I'm going to hit space, and I'm going to change this into a 7 pitch from start. Okay, so everything's going to be 7 pitch. Now, what I'm going to do is go in here and do the main roof. So the main roof, now there's a lot of ways to toggle back and forth from viewing. You see how I can see the back of my my canvas? So if I hit Shift O, you get that right here. Okay, now, so that right there tells me that I'm not right on everything. So if I click here, map, the roof actually goes to right there. You see, this is what I'm looking for right here. Now, you see this area here and this area here? You see, the reason those look like that is because the pitches are wrong there. Now, I'm going to kind of just, so I can see which facets those are, I'm going to hit Shift U, and that'll kind of remove my underlayment just for temporarily. So I'm looking for C and D. Okay, so now I'm going to click here. Now, here's my my different kinds of pitches. On same, I'm going to hit N for no, because I don't want none of this stuff to be the same. So first, I'm going to start with pitch C, which is this one right here. I'm going to assume that's somewhere about 12 or 13. I'll start with 14. Now look what happens. You see that? Now the other one is this one here, which is pitch. That's going to be about a 7 pitch. So I think that's A. Here, D, excuse me. See, if you go U, it says D right here, right? So let's go back to U, click on this, go back to, so D, I want that to be, let's say 10. Okay, that's exactly what it has to be. Okay, good. Now, that takes care of that. So you see, guys, you see how I was able to determine. So when from here, you see this little corner, if it's sitting way up here, that means that the pitch is real low. The closer it comes to you, the pitch becomes higher. So that's how you can determine your pitches. Okay, now, so the next thing we want to do is, I guess, there's a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we're going to head and start right here. You see this guy right here? Okay, so I'm going to hit my B for brake tool. I'm going to click from here to here. I'm going to hold my control key, and then I'm going to draw that guy right there. Now I'm going to enlarge this area. Now, here's the thing. You see, look at this. You see that? That tells me that the pitch is way off, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to fix that. Okay, so what did I say? If I want this little corner to push up, that means that my pitch has to be lower. Okay, so I'm going to start with maybe C. Oh, you see, that's the problem right there. C is 14. I bet you has to be 7. There it goes. Now, see how much closer it looks? So that's how you go in and look at change your pitches. Okay, now we have, see, we have this little guy right here, and then we got all this stuff going on down here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is do this guy right here. Okay, so we know that this guy right here was 10 pitch. If I want this to go all the way straight, I'm going to make sure that this guy and this guy are 10 pitch, because we already established that. So I'm going to go and hit my F for my roof. I'm going to tab, 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 tab to rotate, and then I'm going to change my both pitches to 10. Okay, now, so when I go in here and I place this guy right here and snap to that one line, you see how that automatically starts filling in good? So now watch this. Okay, so a few tricks. You see this little point right here? I want this gable to stop right there. So if I click here and move this guy right to that corner, it, you see how it kind of came down here. Okay, so now you see this little angle? There's something wrong here. So more than likely, I bet you that if I change my left one, which would be, let me see, B, if I change that to a higher angle, which I'm going to say, I'm going to tell that to be no, because I want B to be, I'm going to try 11, see how close I get. You see how it moved this area here? Here, let me hit Control Z. It won't let me do that, but look, it was at 10. You see that angle? And if I change it to a 11 pitch, and now, well, watch this. I'm going to even move it to a 12 pitch, and watch what happens. See, I got even closer, so we'll leave it at 12 pitch. Okay, now, so you see, I want everything to look just like my imported image. Okay, so we got another guy right here. See this guy right here? That's another gable. So I could actually, since I got most of the settings, I can hit Control C, Control V, paste that guy right there. And now, so check this out. You see where the tip is right here? If I go in here and move that right to that, that's where my tip is where I want it to be. But now, you see this line right here? I need to line it up with that line right there. So here, that probably goes from here. Okay, now, so sometimes the shadows right here don't kind of makes things look weird. But so there's two things either wrong here. Either, let me go in here and change my pitches to, let me try 11, oops, not 1, 11, 11. Okay, you see how it brought this guy back closer? Maybe it might be at 10. There you go. You see, so now we have this thing looking good here. Now, I could do something that's kind of, okay, so see, so watch what I'm going to do. This is going to be weird, but look, I'm going to bring this here. I'm going to pretend that that shadow, I don't know if that's a shadow or not, so I'm going to assume it's not a shadow, and that from here to here it's smaller. So that means that I have to increase my pitch there. So B, I'm going to change it to a 14. See how it moved it to that direction? And that looks better. See, so that's right with that line that was there. Okay, so now we're getting closer, guys. It's not too much longer before we're done with this thing. Okay, so look, here's another gable right here, right? So I'm gonna copy and paste, but this time I'm just gonna change that one to a 12 and see how close that is. Okay. So now if I put this guy right here, see I'm lining the tip, at the bottom. You see how it disappeared? Now watch this. I'm going to hit 3 for 3D. And I already got this established where I want it. You see right here is where I want it. So I'm going to hit 3D. I'm going to click right here. Click on that guy right there. Watch. Watch what I do. You see this little diamond? I'm going to click up until that tip goes close to the top. And you'll see, you see that's too far. So right when it becomes a tip, now I'm going to hit 1 for 1D and look at, there you go. Now, check this out. Now all I got to do is click that guy right there. Boom. That's it. Now, we're almost done with this thing. Okay. Now, the only really thing we've got right going on right here is this thing right here. This thing is called a fan roof. Now, here's the thing. If you go in here into your roof, go all the custom, you go to fan roof, and you hit tap, tap, tap. Here's the problem. Look how small it is. You're not going to, you could go in there and spend 20 minutes making it work. And I'm just going to do a couple of things just to show you how hard this thing is to do this. So look, if I click here and I move over, you see what happens? That's far as it'll let me go. I would have to go in here and change this, click here. I mean, it could take you 30 minutes to make this thing work. I'm going to show you a quick trick. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is see how long the width is. You see this little line here? If I click on the left corner of this and I go to the right, you might not be able to see it. Here, there you go. You see that 13.3? Okay, so I'm going to delete that. Now, watch this. Watch what I'm going to do. First, I want to go ahead and save. You know, always save. Control S will save. That way, if something happens, we can go back. Now, watch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my plus sign. I just created a new layer. And I'm not even going to name it because this is just so that I can do that fan roof. Okay, so if I do go to roof, tell it custom, hit fan roof, and you know, I'm just going to hit tab until this thing rotates the way I want it. Oh, here, wrong. That's not how I want it. It has to be the other way. Sorry about that. Here, let me delete it. And let's do it again. Okay, roof. Custom, fan roof, tab, 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 tab. Okay, now the reason I'm doing it here, guys, is not, well, first let me go ahead and do what I'm going to show you. Okay, so I want to enlarge from this corner to 7.3, right? And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to click here. You see right here on scale, this scale only works for only for roofs. If you click here, drag, release where you want it, and you change that to 7.3. Whoa. Okay, sorry about that. Something happened there. Scale from here to here, 7.3. That's not right. Wait a second. So I measured something wrong. Let me go back to here and do a measurement. So if I measure from here, 17. Yeah, I knew something was wrong. 17. Okay, so if I click here, scale, click from here to here, and it should be 17.3. Hit OK. Now I'm just going to hit Control X. I'm going to go to this layer. I'm going to hit Control V. Look at that. Bingo. Okay. Now all I got to do now is click here, move this guy to right there. Now you see right here, the pitch is totally wrong. So the pitch should, I'm going to assume, is somewhere around 8 pitch. There it is. You know, yeah, that's good. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. So let me go ahead and turn that off. Let's go ahead and hit 3D, and let's go and hit. So this is what the roof is looking like. Okay, so if you go to Google Earth or Google Maps, I'll go in here. See, now this is what we're drawing right now. So if I hit my control key, we can flip around. Now here's the deal. We're missing this part right here, right? And look, we're also missing this guy right here. So let's go and hit 1D, get my underlayment back, hit Shift U, oh, excuse me, Shift O, and oh, there it is right there. You see it right there? We're missing a flat roof. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, there was not that much difference between the flat roof and the that facet. So if I remember right, I think the facet was like 7. So it look, you see here. Let me. Okay, B. If I hit Control Enter, will give me. Okay, so B is 7. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to, oops, to that kind of view. So watch. I'm gonna hit F space for a flat roof, and so I'm gonna say it's like a 5 pitch, 2 pitch different than what the other one was. And then now watch this. So that guy goes like right in here, and it actually disappeared. Y'all can't see it, but it actually disappeared. It's gone. So before I completely lose it, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna hit 3D, okay, and I'm gonna move this guy up so I don't lose it. Okay, now I hit back to 1D, and okay, you see how it's there now? Okay, so that red told me it was hiding behind another roof. Um, that's what that red lines were. Okay, now, so if I go back to Shift 0, 3 for 3D, now look at that. Oh my God. So if I click here, you see that little diamond looking thing at the top? Now, I'm going to move that roof down. Keep on moving it until it touches that, oh, right there. Now, there you go. Okay. That's what that, see, now hit 1 for 1D, Shift 0, Shift minus to put everything in one, in the canvas, Alt Tab to go to my, this guy here, the Google, and hit my Control key, and you see that's what it looked like. You see there's not that much pitch between here and here. There's about two difference in pitch. So now we got that, you know, we have this, we got this, we got this. Now, here's the deal. This is something that a lot of adjusters miss. You see these little things right here? There's some shingles right in there. And if you don't put that in there, there's probably two squares. So, or at least a square. So and that's, you know, $375. So let's go ahead and give them that. Okay, so we're going to go back, and also we're missing this right here. So, okay, so now, and the way to put those in there, those things are called half hips, okay? So I'm going to go to my F for roof, hit space, 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 space. There they are, right? So I'm going to rotate the guy, and then I am going to change that to, it's probably going to be like a 5 pitch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this guy, snap it to the left, oops, and snap it right there. Okay, and then grab that and snap it right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy that so that since I already got the measurement, the pitch I want. So now I'm going to go to 3D and look. See? You see how there's shingles there? There's no shingles there. That's what we just did. We just created that so that we don't cheat them out of that shingles. So now go to 1D, go hit Control V. Oops, I didn't copy that other one. No big deal. So I gotta just make sure I select that one. Nope. That's too hard to copy. It's easy just to redo it. So F for roof, space, 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 tap, 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 click, change it to a 7 pitch, 5 pitch. Okay, so snap, snap, 3D, there it is, bingo. Now the last thing, there's a flat roof right in here, okay? So same thing, I'm gonna go to F till I get to the flat roof. I'm gonna rotate it. Oops, shift, rotate, sends it back. I'm just gonna put a 1 pitch on this thing. I'm not even gonna put a pitch, but it's probably about a half a pitch what they have there, but come on. Okay, and click. I can just drag it to that. Go right here and drag it right there. Okay, now so we got 3D. There it is. Now that has everything. You know, we're not cheating them out of this. We're not cheating them out of that. There's that part. There's that fan roof. There's that flat roof. 1D. Then, you know, so I'm going to double check. So if I hit Shift O, see how close I got with all my measurements. When you're off, oh, look at this right here. Got a problem here. Houston, we got a problem. There you go. Okay. You know, you can see if something's way off. Now, when I would get down there, this one concerns me a little bit. You know, I would print this out, then I would check my pitches there. Actually, I would check my pitches on everything. That's what I do when I get out there on the. Okay, now there's the roof, guys. So while we're here, it's better to go ahead and draw the this little shed right here. It looks like it's probably like a gable roof. So hit F space, hit tab, 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 and that only looks like a 1 or 2 pitch. I'll give it a 2 pitch. Go in here, click there. It's just a small little shed, and click right there. Oops. Okay, now what I want to do is go ahead and do my fence. So if I hit Control F, that'll give me my fence, and all I got to do is hit click, 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 click. And then when I get down there, I'll double check my measurements. So now all I got to do is delete this underlayment. You know, I'm going to turn off my measurements, turn off my labels just to see what everything looks like. Looks okay. Turn back my labels, my measurements, and Control S for save. That's it, guys. That's how you do, you know, this thing had different, you know, it had a hip, it had a gable, had a fan roof, had a flat shed, half hip, had different heights. You know, remember how I showed y'all how to move those things up and down? So we did a quick fence, shed. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching my video. You got my email if you have questions. We'll see you on the next video.